I'm Debbie Bell-Hosking for Finextra TV here at Sibos in London, and I'm talking to Paula Roels of Deutsche Bank. Hello, Paula.
Hi, Debbie.
We are chatting ISO20022. Migration's already underway. Do you think the industry is on target for implementing it towards the end of 2021?
At least the industry is in preparation to make it for 2021, right? We still have to differentiate by different markets and countries. Some communities will have to be ready by 2021. Others might have a little bit of more time because simply their market infrastructure are not forcing them to move in 2021. My sincere hope would be that actually banks providing intermediary services are all preparing for 2021, because otherwise, as they provide intermediary services and as a fact, every single bank will have to be able to consume ISO messages in November 2021. They must make sure that they are able actually to deliver what they receive end to end to the final client, right? Otherwise, we'll end up with lots of frustrated beneficiaries.
And what different approaches are you seeing between banks towards implementing it?
Well, this is a very good question, because the industry only now starts realizing ISO is happening. So I'm seeing, banks evaluating whether they actually can get away with a tactical approach, so implementing translation services, whereas where I see also big banks acting globally in providing cash management services, they are considering, a front-to-back approach to actually be able to consume ISO end-to-end. I do believe the tactical is going to be only temporary, viable, right? So actually, at a certain point of time, they will also have to strategically consider implementation of the ISO standards end to end. Because remember, ISO standard is not only just a mapping exercise, it comes with a lot of different changes in the processes as well.
So if I say to you, oh, it's not just another IT project, what's your response?
It really is not. I think, one of the biggest challenges will be for operations. So banks will have to reconsider everything that they do today. Today we have a very limited set of messages in the payment industry, so in the fin you would talk about empty 103s, 202s, and even we would use those for return messages. In ISO, there comes a much richer standard which will cater for more information, new parties, but actually also for dedicated messages to address particular use cases, such as, for example, a return message. So everything we do today will have to reconsider, not only to be ready for ISO, but also use that as an opportunity to optimize our processes and also actually enhance the client experience.
So, Paula, you talk about opportunities. So how can banks make the most of their migration? Can they use it to change and improve their payments business, not only for themselves, but for their customers?
Absolutely, Debbie. So first, actually, they are able finally to respond to a customer ask, which is actually to provide them with sufficient data elements in a payment, which is facilitating end-to-end processing and reconciliation on their side. This will come basically with new parties in the payment, but also with the end-to-end reference, which they require. Furthermore, actually, banks will be able to finally optimize the processing in their own environment, because actually the new ISO format comes actually with much more richer and structured data, which is facilitate automated, for example, compliance, due diligence on a transaction, right? This will avoid delays in the payment. Furthermore, actually, ISO also allows us to reconsider the processes, for example, in exception and investigations handling. Finally, we will have standards even for those use cases.
So it is quite a journey.
It is a big journey, but it's also actually an exciting journey.
Paula, thank you. Lovely to speak to you.
Debbie, thank you for having me.